Hi everyone and welcome back. We're about to head into another episode of Dawson's Creek. I am just waiting for when Joey starts to realise how she feels for Pacey. Of course it's building up to that. And also maybe what Jen and Henry are going to be up to. I hope Henry calms down. He needs to calm down. And maybe we'll get a bit more of Jack. I'm not sure what they're going to do with Andy. It seems like they don't know themselves. But we don't know. It could be a good episode for people. It could be a bad episode. It could be any. It's Dawson's Creek. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And if you want full reactions to Dawson's Creek, I will leave a link to my Patreon down below. Hi, Joey. If you hear a dog snoring in the background, then you hear him. Hey, Pacey. Just, following Jerry, are we?
I don't recall requesting the pleasure of your company, Pacey.
Oops.
You know, after Van Gogh chopped off his own ear, there was a rash of copycat mutilations amongst the students.
Well, that would make sense if they find someone inspirational.
So that's what I'm doing here. I'm hoping some of your genius will rub off on me.
Why? Well, okay. I thought he meant someone was going to deface it.
So what do you think?
I mean, it's okay, but you might have to explain it to a lot of people.
Yeah, but Pacey, don't you think that art can have this power? I mean, it can bring people together.
Yeah, maybe in their dislike for what you put out there, or their misunderstanding of it.
So that's what I like about you, Pacey. You just go so deep.
Gonna try and sneak a peek, yeah.
No peeking.
He said it was great.
That means a lot coming from the world's most discriminating art critic.
Well, he knows what he likes.
Pacey's prized possession is a black velvet painting of the baby Elvis.
But it's prized.
I can understand that. It can be terrifying. There in the lights, in front of all those people. Being judged.
Okay, you're making her more nervous.
It was a joke.
There's nothing funny about cheating, Matt.
Oh.
Members of the Disciplinary Committee, I admit it. I didn't know the answer on the quiz. I dialed home, and I asked my mom, how many justices sit on the Supreme Court? Call me crazy. Even Mr. Higgins laughed.
Did you just throw the teacher under the bus?
And a 3-hour detention.
Why don't you just bust my kneecaps while you're at it?
That'll be enough, Mr.
I mean, if she wanted to. Like, she's like, can I?
Free to go, then?
Yes, you're free to go.
So you're fine with him cheating?
Andy, I have news.
News?
I
Yeah.
was contacted this morning by the Educational Testing Service. Your phenomenal PSAT results have placed you among the top 50,000 scorers in the country.
Whoa. I mean, she cheated.
No.
Oh. It's like, what?
Water rings on my Deco coffee table.
Dougie, Mom and Dad just wanted me to bring you something, that's all.
Yeah, what?
Deco coffee table.
Me, moving in, bro.
Bro.
You heard me, I'm moving in. Oh, look, Dad gave me a check to give to you.
This is a nice place.
Done. You will keep the CD collection in alphabetical order by last name, not first. Do you
Oh,
understand?
Lord. Yes, sir.
You're not planning on taking pictures.
Don't try and stop it, Joey. When a little sister accomplishes something,
Didn't he recently pass away?
create a huge embarrassing fuss over her.
Yeah, and the more embarrassing, the better. Yeah, but I'm old, remember? And that was a long time ago, and things are different now.
Not that different. What are there, like 10 black kids in that school?
11.
Oh, they've gone up by one.
And I painted this so that we all can remember
Spoke about the lighthouse.
teachers shine on us every day. And close.
It's that we all start off in kindergarten thinking that we can be anything that we want to be. And by the time we get here, we've somehow lost that feeling. And we've forgotten about that possibility we had when we were younger.
Oh, what, that childlike dream. That makes sense, because as you get older, things change.
If you believe in yourself, even when the odds seem stacked against you, anything's possible.
It's actually a nice sentiment. I knew it. I knew it was coming. Who would do this to her?
Hey, wait up. You okay?
No!
Put your heart and soul into that, and I don't blame you at all for being angry, but don't turn this into some sort of personal attack on you.
Not to stick my nose in here, but just to stick my nose in, of course it was a personal attack.
It's the only one. It was the only
There were
one.
only 3 murals in that hall.
Yeah.
Yours was the only one that got touched.
So?
That's what I mean. It was the only one touched.
Paranoid much?
You don't think there's a possibility that there's somebody out there who hates Joey just for being Joey? Who hates the way she talks, the way she dresses, the way she chews on her lower lip?
Look, I don't...
Pacey!
Look, I'm just putting it out there. I mean, think about it. Does anybody come to mind?
Why, so we can all gang up on him and call him dirty names? I mean, do me a favor, just stay out of this.
It was an act of vandalism, pure and simple.
But that's the thing, we don't know who. Dawson or Pacey could be right.
Why?
It's not like you to bail on a commitment.
Come on, Jack. A lot of things aren't like me, but I've done them anyway.
I mean, she's not wrong. But
Yeah.
it's clearly more than that with how she's speaking. I wonder if he'll pick up on it.
The whole thing was tragically lame to begin with. I mean, as if painting on a wall is going to make any change or the slightest bit of difference in school.
Yeah, but it was more for you.
For some reason, I don't like the sound of those maybes, Dawson.
Repaint the mural.
I had to conceive it and I had to execute it, and you can't just expect me to start over.
Why not?
For the same reason that you haven't shot a roll of film since January.
So?
You have all of these choices, Dawson. You have all of these choices that you just take for granted. I mean,
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
you know, one day you're a filmmaker and the next day you're not. And tomorrow you could wake up and you could decide that you wanted to be a sculptor.
She doesn't have that escape.
You don't think this is about?
What? What?
I think you're relieved. I think you relieved somebody painting over that mural. 'Cause you never had to go through the hard part.
The rejection.
This is the keys to school. Principal Green gave them to me.
I was like, what? And then I was like, of course.
Do what you want.
You know, Dawson made actually some really good points there. I'm not saying she's wrong for kind of calling him out as well, because I do think he's hiding behind a bit of saying the rejection wasn't the reason why, but he is right in that, like, prove these people wrong, go for it.
But look, I'm here to tell you that not everybody thinks what you did was funny.
Well, some people don't have a sense of humor.
That's not humorous. That's just disrespectful.
I'm humorless.
What do you want?
I want you to apologize.
Yeah, I was gonna say, why would he do that? Shift in music.
So what's next, Witter? You gonna stick your civil servant dad on me? Can't you see? I'm fairly shaking in my boots.
So you do know who he is.
2, 3. What, are you whacked or something?
You really thought you could just walk away? Yeah, I was waiting for him to hit him. That's it. Go on, Pacey. Kick him. Kick. Pacey, Pacey. Flip up. That's it. Nice. Oh, I think you're both going to be expelled. He hit his head pretty hard.
On your feet! Both of you!
That was, I mean... Oops.
Now, since neither Mr. Witter nor Mr. Caulfield choose to clarify the meaning of their little title fight in the parking lot, I'm counting on their friends to look out for their best.
Using this friend. Okay, he was the closest to us from the camera.
Because a timely call to the dean over at Dartmouth will trigger an immediate review on your early admission status.
He's got early admission?
And you can bend down and kiss this whole higher education deal goodbye.
Wait, that guy's got early admission?
Because of the mural.
Hey, shut up, Dawson. This is not your fight.
It's not yours either.
I went nowhere near that thing. Yeah, as if I could give a rat's ass about some stupid Chinese drawing.
How'd you know it was Chinese?
You know what
How
it
did you know?
was?
Yeah, there you go.
Not to mention, if you didn't, as you say, give a rat's ass, then why would you go through all the trouble of finding out what it was?
Mm-hmm. Why don't you like Joey?
You know what? For one thing, it was ugly. You know, it was an eyesore. And not to mention, why do I have to look at some trivial girl's little message to the masses every morning?
So he's just misogynistic.
Possibility is offensive to you?
I'm white. I'm rich. That's all the possibility I need.
Oh, and a racist.
The advanced copy of the PSAT that Dawson had. I'm the one who stole it.
Okay, she did tell someone.
It was just sitting there on the table like this piece of forbidden fruit, and not a chance of getting caught. Seemed like the answer to all my problems.
It's really not, though, because look at how you're dealing with it and how it's making you feel.
I mean, don't you see, I've been so hard on all these other people just as a way of punishing myself.
I mean, we as the audience knew that.
Wait a minute. What are you planning on doing?
Telling the principal.
Turning from the killing fields. I mean, you know, where's my Purple
Killing
Heart
fields?
ticker tape parade?
Watch it on your black and white. Boneheaded moves.
What are you talking about? I was right. It was Matt Caulfield.
It's because he likes you, Joey.
But hey, don't get me wrong. Don't think I ever cared here. I was only doing Dawson a favor.
It wasn't for Dawson.
Think back with me. Way back.
We're talking about the first episode.
So you guys just traded me off like some sort of baseball card?
What?
Us. You and me. I thought that...
So what?
His tone, the way he shifted in tone. She thought you were friends. And you were. And could be more. And will be more.
I know exactly who you are. You've been led to believe you're untouchable.
Yeah. He wants to be punished. He wants someone to actually, like, put him to task.
It is my decision that you be expelled from Cape Side High.
How about that?
Expelled.
You heard me.
For the rest of the year.
For the rest of the year.
My father.
Idea what my father's gonna say about
I
this.
see, I knew that was coming.
The way things are going, I mean, you should have just asked me to look out for him.
She knows.
I know all about the little wife-swapping arrangement.
Wait. Joey, that's not how it was, and you know it.
Then how was it? I never asked for your pity.
It wasn't pity, though.
I couldn't be there for you, but I wanted you to have someone you can turn to, someone you could talk to. Now tell me, where is the harm in that?
If that someone could have mustered a shred of genuine concern, Dawson.
I mean, he literally, because of you, he's in there. Yeah! We actually don't know what's gonna happen for her, but it is a serious thing at the same time.
I'm gonna be a mentor.
Huh?
Mentor, you know, the Cape Side mentoring program. Since I seem to be completely incapable of suppressing my own juvenile impulses.
Is this where Jonathan Lipnicki appears?
What's so funny?
Someone on your level?
What are you gonna teach him?
What are you talking about?
Are you gonna teach him the importance of keeping a secret? Like, say, from, Joey?
Oh, yeah, about that.
She told you.
Of course she did.
Well, what do you think the odds are that you, yourself, will be as enlightened and forgiving as a person as Principal Green just...
Oh, come on, it wasn't that bad. And it was months ago. Has he been fired? Or is this Andy?
Your behavior was
Yes.
deceitful, immoral, and ultimately a disgrace to this school.
But?
What do you want me to do here? What am I supposed...
Let it go?
Andy, you and Matt Caulfield have nothing in common. He is a selfish, spoiled young man.
I don't know what to say.
Don't say anything. Get your stuff, put it back in your locker.
Oh, he's a good principal.
See, what are you doing?
Painting.
Duh.
I just thought it'd be good if you could start with a blank canvas.
Clean slate.
Wipe the
Tabula
slate
rasa.
clean. Tabula rasa.
Pacey, if I was going to thank you for anything, it would be for
Be
being
for-
yourself and for knowing in your heart what's right and wrong and
Protecting me.
being there this year when I needed you the most. Be honest. The only reason you've been hanging out with me is simply because Dawson told you to.
Nope. Nope. Nope.
You need to get a life.
If only you knew, Dawson. If only you knew. Obviously, the mural was, though a focal point in the show, it wasn't the main plot. And I like how they subverted it from that. I have to give the principal more credit than I gave him this episode, considering the other one we had. But he was trying to be fair and just, and actually doing his job, which he does pretty well, considering Caulfield rightly was expelled. And Andy, though will be disciplined, he doesn't want this to ruin her life and her education. And Andy, I do think, could have been someone in that percentile. She's that smart, it's just she saw something and she didn't have the willpower to not take it, which is a shame because I do think it does actually fall into character with Andy, especially with what's been going on with her. But I'm glad she was finally able to confess first to Jack, then to the principal. I think it really shows that they're trying to take a shift with her character near the end of the season. I don't know. I agreed with everyone, and everyone being Joey, Dawson, and Pacey at different times. I do also find it so interesting that when it first, and that's the mural, was vandalized, and they came out, Dawson took it as just a prank. No one was attacking her personally, and Pacey took it as, no, this is a personal attack on her. Someone clearly did it to hurt Joey. When actually, it kind of falls in the middle, what Caulfield did. He's doing it because he's this rich white boy, but in the end they were both kind of right. But it also shows how different they are, because I feel like if Dawson was dating Joey, he would have had more of a Pacey reaction. Whereas Pacey, because he likes Joey, is having that more of a reaction where you can clearly tell someone likes someone a bit more than a friend. But with Joey, she's not going to pick up on that. Like, it was embarrassing for her, but I also think Dawson was correct in saying she didn't have to face the rejection. Instead, she can kind of be relieved that this happened so that she doesn't have to face people talking about if they liked it or not, considering it's also so different from everything else. And these are high school students, so they're not really going to be thinking much beyond their own self-need. I mean, they're young. But with Caulfield, it was kind of interesting that in the end it really was him. And those two guys in the queue, the aunt's queue, said it was him. I mean, they won the bet. But Pacey trying everything he can to figure out who did it, and then getting in a fight. Now, that guy got some really good hits, but then Pacey was like, let me just flip you to the floor. And I'm surprised they didn't have more of him dealing with a head wound, because that was a real serious smack there. And you know what? I'm on Pacey's side. But it's so interesting, Pacey going to live with his brother, speaking about his sisters way more. Joey's the only one he talks to about this type of stuff because he doesn't really have anyone else. And that makes me sad that Pacey doesn't really have friends. Like, people talk to Pacey, but I wouldn't say he has people really out there for him, looking out there for him. Obviously, Andy cares in a different way, but they're not together anymore. And Dawson and him kind of have drifted apart. Like, the last couple of seasons. I think season 1 was when they were really close. And Dawson, I guess, is finding himself, but he'll get back to film. It's just, Dawson has to realize that how he is in high school, like, when you get out in the real world, people are going to be a lot harsher. And I think he's realizing that. It's just he needs to really find himself and understand, is it what he really wants to do? Which we know will be a yes, because that's all he knows. But I did understand Joey's point saying he has kind of a backup, which is the wealth, the middle class or the upper middle class nature of his family, where he can dream. She doesn't have that option. There's a lot of the whole class system in this show, and it's really shown throughout the friendships, just people. I mean, Caulfield said he can get away with anything because of who his father is, because he's rich and white. And you just kind of think, you know, some messaging still stands to the test of time with some people. You know, some people are still like that. But I loved Pacey just really going for bat for Joey, but also her finding out about him only being there because Dawson asked him to, when he didn't have to and he wouldn't have. You know, Pacey, if he didn't really care, would have just stopped trying months ago. And also, I liked how Joey was genuinely upset. And when she went to Doug's, the way she said, I thought we were more than that, which is her saying, I thought we were like friends. And when Dawson was talking to her, when she was like in that moment outside their office, you could actually tell that she's starting to wonder herself, like, what's going on and why she reacts the way she reacts. And Dawson kind of picks up on it, but you know, it's not in your face. I think it's more when it does happen and when she realizes, then it's going to be the dun 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 moment. I think he's had inklings, but nothing obviously has cemented it. But Pacey, when they were arguing right near the beginning after Mural was destroyed, when he kept saying, clearly it's someone to hurt her, and then he said the things she does with her lip, the little things he keeps slipping out with, I love, because that's a sign of someone who likes someone. But yeah, for what it was, this episode, I actually did enjoy it because it had a lot of messaging, it had a lot of sides that you can kind of agree with and or take elements of it. And I'm curious where they're going to go with Andy. Joey and Pacey, are they going to work on the Mural together more? There's always these little moments when they're just together. And I like that. And I think it's taken a real step in there. We know the drama side is really picking up. And also Jen wasn't in this episode. And I don't know if she was away filming Halloween H2O. No, she couldn't have been, because that would have been the year previous. So I wonder if she was off filming something at this point. Because I'm surprised Jen wasn't there. Jen really could have... Actually, Jen would have been quite an interesting part to play in this. Because I felt like she would have been needed more than Jack. But then Jack is Andy's sister. I don't know. But overall, I did enjoy this episode. Thank you for watching.